Oh no.
Please tell the world what you wrote about my character, Elsie.
Just says
Pretty
top.
please.
Does it? Is that what you chose?
It says con dash top. That's it.
That's all anybody needs to know about
Yeah.
him.
Oh, that's
Yep.
the title of the episode. Fuck me. Okay.
I gave
Wait,
you
what?
the title. I don't know why anyone is surprised. I said those words to you
I
last
read the
time.
description
Yeah, I read the description.
and
What's
I
the title?
didn't. Nothing else entered my head because I was like, "What the fuck does that mean?"
And I told you repeatedly, don't,
Don't
worry
worry
about
about
it. Yeah.
You ever? Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I saw that.
Anyways, for some reason my players are stressed, and I don't know why, but I'm going to move into introductions because that is what we do here, and I'm not going to default to LFTA despite the fact that my brain wants to. Instead, I'm going to read the script that has been provided for me. So, hello, welcome to Entropy Emporium. Thank you for joining us at the nexus of chaotic fun and creativity, where adventurers roll the dice and digital realms come to life. Embrace the entropy of our community as we celebrate the unpredictability of tabletop stories and the dynamic worlds of video games. I don't know if I can say this for this game, and just enjoy each other's company.
I enjoy everybody here.
I don't enjoy
Hey,
JD's company.
everyone.
Oh yeah, if
I'm gonna be upfront
everybody was
about
here
that.
except JD.
It's a shame because I'm the one in control of this game, so, you know.
Are you?
I ask myself that every single day. And I think we all know the answer.
No. Is that the answer?
Correct.
Okay.
You're getting
just need-
you're getting a good grade in RPGs.
Yes. Thank you.
Brown noser.
Look. I had like 8 medals when I graduated college.
That tracks.
I mean,
And-
that tracks.
I had a 3.71 GPA. Don't ask how I got through PA school. I don't know that one. I didn't have a 3.71 on that. Anyways.
We're having the time tonight. It's been a very interesting time in the green room. Anyways, hi, this is They Call Us Villains. This is session 2. The cast don't like the title, but the cast is The Darkness Has Teeth. I said those words once, twice, 3 times, and I'm going to keep saying them again and again and again. This is a horror game of the superhero system Masks, and it does deal with a lot of content that we want to give some warnings about, including institutional violence, forced institutionalization, medical abuse and neglect, psychological abuse and gaslighting, themes in line with real-world conversion therapy, body horror, gore and blood, isolation, seclusion and sedation can be topics. And this session could potentially include some topics, including seeing of things that aren't actually there and that type of thing. We are using multiple safety systems. We are checking in. Everyone knows to use the X card if needed. But if for you as viewers, as you cannot do that, if you need to step away at any point, we completely understand. Entropy Emporium has many, many other shows that are going on that do not include these topics. So if this is one you want to skip, we get it, and we would rather you prioritize yourself and your well-being rather than push yourself to watch something that might be crossing some lines for you. And with that, we're going to go around and do some introductions. Remind us of who you are, why you are awesome, and who you are playing and what playbook they use. Starting with you, Harp.
Wow, I'm first again. That's flattery. Hi, I'm Harper. I'm Harp. You can find me at Harping Harp on Twitter and also on YouTube, where you can watch My videos. I run things on Entropy Emporium sometimes. I play in Mask. That's it.
Harp also composed the
What's up?
music for our trailer and has
I
also
did do that.
done a few other songs that maybe one day you will get to see. That's been really awesome.
I don't know anything about that. Entropy Import, I don't know. That's just baseless rumors, I think.
We love baseless rumors and spreading those around. All right, Q, you are up next.
Hi, I'm Q. I'll be out here, just interneting. Tonight I'm playing Connor. They transformed playbook. He's a good boy.
He's a good boy, and I love him so much, and I'm sorry.
It's okay. Listen, I made him sad, and so you have to deal with that.
I do.
hmm
Thank you for that. Steph, stop looking at me like that and just introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Steph. I will be playing Solitarn tonight. Just little bean. She's the doomed playbook. She, her pronouns, and she just made some moth friends. It's great. She's got to protect all her friends, even harder.
And I wouldn't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah, she has the superior teeth. It's gonna be fine.
She sure does. She sure does.
What does that mean? Why'd you
I
say
don't
it
know,
like
but
that?
we're going to jump down to LC. And in case you were wondering why we're taking this really weird circuitous route that has not yet included Kian, it's because I'm just starting with the people who are in the hallway. Then I'm going to jump to the person who isn't.
Yeah, no, so sorry. Hi, I'm Elsie. I play Elle or Ellie Ellison. She's the protege playbook. What else was I supposed to say?
That was most of it.
Oh, okay. Also, it's the last day of Lent for me, game wise. If I can make it through, then it's fine. I win. Thank you.
Take bets, everyone. Is LC going to make it to win Lent?
I'm gonna win Lent. Just like I win everything else in life, except my dignity.
You said it. We did not have to, LC.
Nobody else has to. I know.
And then jumping back to Kian, who again is the one separated from the rest of the group.
Look, I wanted to have an adventure. My name is Kian. My pronouns are they, he. You can find me on the interwebs at uptight_chiffon or uptight-chiffon. Tonight I am playing Valen, the Beacon playbook. We're going to see what happens. Do I have another character prepped and ready? Yes, because I do not trust JD. So I went ahead and made a secondary one. JD, please do not kill off my child. But if you do, I am ready.
Wow, I feel like I've really upped the threats for you to already have a backup character in a game where it's often your choice if you die.
And episode 2. But
And
I am
episode
so
2.
scared right now.
Backup characters.
Absolutely incredible. And last but not least, I am JD. I am the storyteller for this game, and I will be playing everyone else, including the Darkness, with 4 rows of teeth. Don't give me that look, Q. You're muted, tragically.
I feel like we didn't need to say that.
We knew it. You didn't need to say it.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to forget 4 rows of teeth.
It sure is, and that's why I chose it, because it's memorable.
Well done.
But it's fine, and I wouldn't worry about it, and then I would not worry about any of the words that I'm about to say to you. I would just invite you to sit back and experience this atmosphere. Jan, are you okay?
My tummy hurts so bad right now. As soon as you said that, my tummy just started hurting so bad, JD.
You're being so brave about it.
I'm trying really hard.
This is the energy we're bringing to tonight. Good news is I'm not going to be looking at your faces for the next few seconds, so if you need me, let me know. But otherwise, I'm going to take you into the scene. And where we start tonight is soft, it's serene. We start with a view of space. Not the endless, expansive void. Well, I guess that depends on how you all choose to look at it. But this isn't that. This isn't the night sky through a telescope. This is just the gentle twilight colors of deepening purple, fading into black, dotted with pinpricks of stars. It's the view that comes through the skylight above the garden. One of the only spaces that's filled with nature and provides a break from the sterility of the Hemlock Recovery Center. We see, mostly in profile, the twining vines, the small trees, the carefully cultivated flowers, the Japanese dry garden that they have in the middle because, of course, they've placed one there. And we hear footsteps approaching. And then a figure steps into view. He's backlit by the low lights of the garden. Most of the light that comes through here is the natural one from the skylight above, and, well, that isn't present because of the time of the day, but we can see enough to see the boy's curly dark hair and the familiar uniform of a hemlock patient. He calls out a tentative, "Hello?" And the word seems to echo around him. And that doesn't make sense because this space isn't designed to do that. This space is open. And furthermore, he didn't speak loudly enough for an echo to occur. At least that's what we think until we realize the shape of the space he's standing in and the fact that that shape has changed. The fact that the shadows on the sides aren't just shadows where the light can't reach. They're pools of darkness, they're spreading, and they're reflecting and bouncing that sound back to him. And they're moving closer, bit by bit by bit. Enough that the boy doesn't realize, at least not right away. And we hear sounds within the darkness. Something that might be a footstep. Something that might be several footsteps. Whispers. Cries. And the boy hears them too. We see the moment that he realizes what's happening, that he is being trapped because his eyes dart from side to side, and he tries to run. Except there's nowhere to go. The darkness is closing in, and we watch as the darkness wraps around him. There's a moment where everything is still, besides that ever-present whispering of sound. That could almost be wind rustling through the trees, but that's impossible because we're inside. And then the darkness lights up, a glowing warmth emanating from somewhere within. And it's just a flash, but what we see is unsettling and terrible. We see the garden, the leaves on the trees, the petals on the flowers disintegrating. We see the figure enveloped in this golden light. And we see multiple shadowy figures hidden within this darkness. We see tendrils of something, perhaps a deeper shadow, undulating. And we see the moment where the darkness proves to be too much for that one source of lone light. And we hear the scream as that light is snuffed out. We freeze on that darkness, on that image, and we draw back enough to realize that there's a timestamp on the lower right-hand corner, marking a time a few days ago in the early evening. And we pull back further to realize that we are staring at a terminal of screens. There are many things visible, many secrets to show, but we don't have time to focus on many of them. We catch sight of the isolation ward, where the darkness is gone, but there are streaks of blood across the floor. We see bedrooms, ostensibly with two figures that the other patients know, though our audience does not. A young man who's pacing in his room, muttering to themselves, and the person watching zooms in for a moment, and we catch just a fragment of song. And we hear a voice closer to us than the audio that's coming through that screen say, "Good, the barrier's holding up." Though, as soon as they say that, a voice from somewhere beyond them shushes them. We see as well a young woman sitting in the corner of her room, hair in her face, obscuring it, trying to shut everything that is going on in the hallway beyond out of her awareness. We catch sight of Dr. Oleander's office, and the camera pans in again, focusing on Valen, who is standing there holding one of the photos that sits on Dr. O's desk, trying to make sense of the room around them. We see the infirmary, where the bloodied forms of Casey and Gray are embracing, foreheads pressed to one another. And we pan in enough to see beneath the blood where cuts are closing and bruises are fading. Throughout this, ever since the person watching was hushed, we don't hear any commentary, but we hear the sound of pencil against paper as someone takes notes the old-fashioned way. And and we see the hallway where the patient rooms are all locked and sealed, where the door between this ward and the isolation ward has been blasted apart, and where four figures face down a looming darkness, not unlike the one we saw on the footage from those days ago. Except this darkness is different. This darkness has teeth, 4 rows of them, and it is lunging. What would you like to do?
Okay. So Scylla was on my shoulder.
I think I'd climb down at that point, but I'm at your side.
Okay. At my side. Ellie's behind me.
No, you have me hold.
Oh, right. I'm holding.
Put-
Right,
Please
right,
put
right.
me down.
Gonna move. I need a hand. I need a hand free. Or my hands free, honestly. I kind of want to brace for impact, and by brace for impact, I mean I'll punch it in the face.
I love that for you. I think that you are directly engaging a threat in that case. And so I would like you to roll with danger.
Okay. All right. Now, the last couple of times where I've played a Power by the Apocalypse game, my first roll has not been good. Or my last roll. It's one of the two. So we're going to hope that today, this is one of those days where it's a good one. It's an okay one. That's a 9.
That is not terrible. And on a 7 to 9, pick one. Resist or avoid their blows. Take something from them. Create an opportunity for your allies. Impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
I'm going to give an opportunity for my allies.
Okay. I love that. And Connor, what does it look like as you strike out at the darkness?
As I strike out at it, am I connecting?
We're going to talk about that. Let me know what it
Interesting.
looks like first.
Interesting. Okay. So I think as the thing is lunging, Ellie and Scylla would see a sort of shift in the features from Connor. The face hardens, the brow furrows, and like seeing it lunge, he immediately pulls back, and you can see it's not like effort on his face, it's a snarl of anger and rage, and he just goes straight at it. Like, we're going full One Punch Man with this, like when he's actually trying, you know what I mean?
I hear you. I hear you. And I'm imagining, since you had said that the goal is to create an opportunity for your allies, that one of the things you're trying to do is draw the darkness's attention onto you.
Correct.
And so, Connor, your arm sinks into this pool and you feel it wrap around you. It isn't a solid form by any stretch of the imagination. It feels like darkness incarnate, except that it has intentionality and hunger. You didn't choose to avoid their blows.
Correct.
Earlier, I described how the darkness had figures in it. And in this moment, as you have lashed out, you see a shadowy form, a silhouette, coming out of that darkness towards you. What does Riot look like?
Cool beans. Before or after the change?
Before.
Cool. Where before his transformation, Connor was a runt. Riot was all limbs, gangly, awkward, like would definitely grow into, their form, but hadn't quite filled out yet. There's an easy smile to his face. Messy, shaggy, almost reddish brown hair. But like a lighter skin tone, definitely mixed. Yeah, he's just the sweetest. You could see it in his eyes.
And that's a shame given the next question I have to ask, which is
Cool.
what does this young, unchanged version of Riot look like given the condition you left the transformed form in? What injuries does he have?
The image of the face I described is gone. Splattered. Like a Jackson Pollock painting. The limbs are set at odd angles with extra joints. If it's unclear if the damage to the face or the chest is what did it, but both were contenders for lethal blows.
What's your reaction when you see Riot?
It's a recoil. I think he's too stunned to say words, but if metal could go pale, it would. And he's just wide-eyed, tears immediately falling.
And I'll let you argue me for another condition, Q, but I would like Connor to mark guilty.
I mean, I don't know why I would argue that. That's silly.
And so the rest of you standing there see Connor strike out at the darkness, see their arm enveloped for an instant, and then you see them stumble back, tears in his eyes. And before we go to how Scylla and Elle react, Mara, you've been standing at the back of the hallway waiting to be kind of the final person in line to protect the others. And you've been handling surge after surge after surge of adrenaline today. It has been an incredibly intense 24 hours. And I think that's the moment that you notice something is wrong, that you feel wetness on your face.
She is going to just like wipe her face and then shout at the others. You need to. I'm going. And begins to walk away from the situation, trying to walk quickly and immediately pushing herself a little bit too hard and slowing down.
Mara, when you run your hand across your cheeks, I don't think you notice it immediately because you're doing that almost automatically and your focus is on getting away. But when you look down, your hand is covered in blood.
Okay. Is it a hallway until the medical room that Casey and Gray are in? Is there any larger area that I can go in aside from that?
Not that is currently accessible to you. A number of the rooms have gone into lockdown. The infirmary is open, and further down the hallway, the offices of the doctors, well, specifically Dr. Oleander's office, is there.
Since Mara thinks the others will be in going towards the infirmary, Mara is going to go towards the hallway with just the doctor's offices in it. And once she's just like sufficiently down the hallway, just like drop down to her hands and knees and just huff and puff, just tired.
And so, Mara, we'll leave you there for just a moment where you are not in immediate danger. You have removed yourself from the fight that is going on in the hallway. But I think we will, for a moment, before we go back to that fight, pan over to Dr. O's office, where Valen is looking at an office that appears to be more of a set than it does an actual doctor's office. What is Valen doing?
Can you remind me what the pictures are? Like what picture it was that I picked up? It's like it looks like stock photo, doesn't it?
It looks like stock photo. Like it's nothing that would be overt. It is a picture of a man and a child. It is another picture of a smiling child, but something just looks off. It doesn't look real.
It doesn't look real as in like the picture looks posed, or it doesn't look real as in like what I'm holding doesn't seem real to me.
Something more in the middle. What
Okay.
you're holding seems real. Like you can feel the frame in your hand, but you're looking at it and there's just something lifeless about the picture. Like it's beyond posed. It's like this does not even look like a representation of reality. This isn't even, a model posing for a stock image. Like it feels so wrong.
Cool. I hate it. Famous Last Words by My Chemical Romance just came on, so it's good. We're vibing great right now. Are there any filing cabinets?
There are.
I would like to try and go and open them.
I'll give you that. I feel like Valen, has some experience with breaking and entering, as we've established. So
Just a little bit.
I would imagine you're able to find something to give some leverage to pop the very minimal lock that is on there.
I'm gonna yank it open.
And inside there, it isn't what you would have hoped for. There's no files of patients, nothing like that. There's a bunch of worksheets and that type of thing.
Like
Breathing,
group therapy
like breathing
worksheets?
exercises. Yep. Grounding, CBT, got some ABC worksheets in there. It is just like file after, and like they're labeled that way so you can see.
Okay.
Yeah, that is what you're finding in there. Nothing that looks strange, though. I am curious if you take any with you.
I think I do. In kind of like that, like, I don't know what I'm grabbing. Maybe it's important kind of way. So I just like grab a handful of stuff, fold it. I was gonna say put it in my jacket because Valen is usually wearing a leather jacket. I'll just fold it and put it in my pocket. Is there anything like under the hanging files by chance? Like as I'm rifling through, can I see anything in the bottom of the drawer?
There seem to be some pages that have maybe fallen out. You are welcome to grab those.
I would love to. And if I may, if I can do one more thing, I would like to kind of survey the room to see if I can see like a secret door, like furniture that looks like it might be covering something, like checking out stuff like that, if I may.
And so, Valen,
You're not just gonna make me roll, JD? I can't just like roll and you can use a game mechanic and be done.
not in this exact moment.
Okay.
In this exact moment, I'm going to say, Valen, you're looking around and you're realizing a lot of this does not seem likely to be hiding anything. Like you look at the chairs, you look at the couch, the desk. There's really nothing you can see, feeling around on the floor that would be activated around that, which makes you look at those bookcases because they are filled with books and plenty of things that you can interact with and could be hiding a switch of some sort. And you are right over there, kind of running your hands along the spines of the books, looking for something that seems out of place. And you hear Casey's voice from behind you say, I wouldn't do that if I were you. We're going to pause there.
Fuck!
And go back to the conflict in the main area. And so, Scylla or Elle, what would you like to do as you see Connor having stepped back after lashing out at the darkness and clearly having a not good time?
So we saw none of the figure. We just saw Punch, a tendril wrap around him, and then him. Oh, we didn't even see
Not
that.
even
We
a
just saw-
tendril. Just
Mm.
arm went into shadow, arm came out of shadow, Connor backed away.
Is the shadow still moving?
Moving is an interesting word.
Why? It
What?
either moves or it don't. What the fuck?
What does that mean?
Using violence. Oh my god.
Like that's just not even a. Yeah, you choose one.
Why is it interesting?
Well, it's interesting because it's not moving towards you aggressively, but it is moving like it's roiling darkness.
Ooh,
It is
okay.
never still. And there are things in there that you can see moving that you don't think you want to get a closer look at. So I hope that answered your question.
It did.
Okay. Do you have something you want to do, Steph?
I mean, Scylla wants. I think given that it's not lunging at the moment, Scylla is first going to take a moment to check on Connor before doing some dumb shit. Because that's her boy.
He's just staring at the shadow.
Connor? Connor?
How's my arm look?
What were the qualities of the stone and metal before?
Bad. It was the metal that, like, I was able to strip enough of the metal from the bar, like from the stuff had fallen from the ceiling. So steel, probably.
Your arm looks different now. It looks like that steel has shifted to something more closely resembling obsidian.
Okay, so yeah, he's just sort of standing back, arm down. He's sort of locked up.
Does he react at all to Scylla's voice?
No,
Okay.
I think it's just mouth open, tears falling.
Scylla just kind of gives him a big hug around the middle, since that's about where she reaches, and just kind of looks at the moths still fluttering around her and is like, "Can you help him? Can you fix his arm? Can you make him wake up?"
Interesting.
Why? You
I'd
say
like-
interesting, it sounds like a threat.
I think I would like you to roll to unleash your powers.
Well, okay.
So
Cool.
roll with freak.
Okay.
I think that's more of this role instead of trying to comfort or support a teammate.
Okay. Sure. It's not good. Am I just reading that? Yeah, no, that is 5. Yay, potential for me.
Oh no.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
Is it?
No, it's really not. So it's gonna do some stupid shit. Cool.
And so, Scylla, you ask the moths floating around you to help Connor, and you see their wings start to flap in agitation, and yet you are asking them to do this, and they want to help. And you see 2 of them go to land on Connor's arm. And something goes wrong. They don't even make contact before they just shatter into crystalline shards. Anyways, while that's happening, Elle, what would you like to do
Oh,
about the
no.
threat in front of you?
Okay, we can't all do something
My
stupid.
friends. I'm sure.
If we all do something stupid, we'll all die. But odds are I'll fail my roll too, so we're on a good track record here. Can I use provoke someone for Connor?
I'll allow it. What would you like to do?
I want to have him go, or at least like provoke him to go towards the infirmary or away from the darkness, because what she's like observed of the situation so far is that this is not a foe we should be trying to fight, and it is possibly one we should just avoid until we have a better idea of what's going on. To avoid dying. And she saw what it did to Connor just then, whatever it did. Kind of just like 1 minute he was fine and now he's not. And Mara's gone and Valen's gone. And so she, one by one, we're losing people to separate areas. So she wants everyone in the same place. Hopefully Scylla will follow if Connor moves as well. So she wants to tell him to get to the infirmary.
All right. Roll with superior.
Okay. I gotta see. I think that's my +2. Yeah. Okay. I want you to know my pen just screwed me on that one.
Guess Scylla's gonna do that dumb shit uninterrupted, huh?
So that's 6.
So close.
We're getting a lot of potential tonight. That's what I'm taking from this. And
I don't think I've succeeded on a single roll in this game, actually.
good news, you'll be getting a new move soon enough in that case, being able to take an advancement.
I'm winning at advancement.
I think it's a moon week. I'm gonna throw all my dice out there and it. Okay.
Just like you're winning at therapy.
Yep.
And so, what do you say to Connor to try and snap him out of this?
I think that it's actually not anything. I think the intention was there to say something, like poised, mouth open, like feel the words in the back of your throat, but nothing comes out just because she sees what happens with Scylla's moths. And then it kind of is like a feeling of like everything is not going well and everything is falling apart and this is happening again. And it just kind of like shuts her down a little bit. And so it's just no words. The failure is just no words come out. There is no provocation to Connor.
Elle, you have turned to Connor to try and convince them to move, and I don't think you realize how close the shadow is. Maybe it moved, maybe it was already there, but you feel a coldness start to envelop your arm. It's not even your arm, in fact, it's almost like tapping you on the shoulder. And you feel that hunger start to respond. The other two of you see Elle's eyes turn black. And Elsie, I know that in this case, I do have a mental image of this character, but I would like to throw the ball to you to describe Rook.
Okay. So he is about 6 feet, I would say, with like light brownish hair. It's a little bit, it's combed, but it's not styled. But it's, I would say in a way, it's that perfectly imperfect style. Sharp cheekbones, icy blue eyes. Basically, I know what JD and I have gone back and forth with is, if anyone is familiar with younger era Cillian Murphy, early 2000s, with facial features. And it's like very formal business look about him. Like professional. Like, knows how to do his job kind of vibe. Yeah. Like in Sunshine, yes, but not as floppy hair as Kappa. Shorter hair than Kappa, shorter hair than Jackson Ripner, more so like, I would say, Inception hair. His hair goes through different lengths a lot. I'm not going to go through all of filmography, I promise. I could do it.
We know you could, and we love that.
There he is. Yep.
And so, Ellie, you feel that pressure on your shoulder, and you realize it's Rook's hand. And it's strange because he's behind you. You can't see his face, but you know what he looks like when he's disappointed. And they just shake their head, and you hear their voice say, "Oh, Ellie, how could you?" And I'd like you to take Insecure.
Yeah. Valid. Valid. Okay.
Back in the hallway, we have Mara, who is trying to catch her breath. And Mara, you hear footsteps. Well, you don't hear footsteps approaching. You just suddenly see shoes standing right next to you. And you look up, and it's Gray. And he is still bloody, but looks okay. Are you good?
You need to get away from me.
That doesn't answer my question. Are you good?
It doesn't change my answer. You need to get away from me.
Or what?
I don't know. I can't concentrate right now. I'm tired. I can't focus on things, and something bad will happen. Just, what are you looking for? What do you need me for?
I'm just making sure everyone's still alive.
Just blood streaking down her face, looking up at him.
Yeah, he doesn't look concerned about that. Like, he probably should, but no, like, there is no concern on their face. Just like, yep, this is something that's happening.
Everybody else is in the infirmary.
No, you were the first person I saw.
What?
Where did you leave the others?
Elle and Connor and Scylla are by the darkness. They wouldn't listen to me. I haven't seen Valen. I haven't seen Casey since since Connor took him, and I haven't seen any of the others.
Oh, I mean, Casey's fine.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
worried about him, but okay, you stay here.
Yeah, worry about them.
Try not to explode.
Thanks.
Yeah, and I'll be back.
Okay, leave, please.
Yeah, they are gone.
Mara is going to, after kind of clearing her head a little bit by talking, just scooch over to the side of the wall and just put her, like sit up against it.
And right down the hallway, we have Dr. O's office. And the door is once again closed, but Casey is standing there, leaning against it, looking at you, Valen.
You seem better.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You were kind of having a meltdown last time I saw you, with
No, I
everything
wasn't.
going on. No,
I don't know what you think you saw, but you didn't see that.
Okay. All right. Well, I will let your masculinity stay intact. It's okay. Your secret is safe with me.
Listen, I don't need to be taught about masculinity from
We
you.
can. It's fine. Why shouldn't I touch the bookshelf?
Because it's a bad idea.
Why?
You know they're watching right now, right?
So they've already seen me do everything else. What's behind the bookshelf?
Something they're not going to let you remember seeing.
That definitely hits me a little different. And Valen is thinking about whatever weird flashbacks he can garner from the building that they broke into before they came here. Well, that probably wouldn't be the first time, so.
So you're going to do it?
There's something else in this room. It's fucking bland in here. It's like she's never in this office. I don't know. I don't know. But if there's something exciting behind the bookshelf, might as well use this distraction and make my time worthwhile.
You think this is a distraction, Valen?
I don't think that whatever is going on out there is out of control of the doctors. I think that thing is out here because they are allowing it to be, and that means that they are allowing me to run rampant and explore the good doctor's office if I am so inclined.
And you don't think there's going to be any limitations to that?
I'm sure that there will be. There are limitations to our lives every day. I haven't made a phone call in a goddamn month.
Yeah, but do you really want to spend the next couple of months in ISO?
If whatever they're hiding behind that door is enough to make me spend months in ISO, it's kind of worth it to me.
Hey, I did my part. I tried to stop you.
Why is that, by the way? You seem pretty content to just let us do whatever we want as long as we're not fucking with you and Gray. Why even come here to stop me?
I don't know, consider it a courtesy.
I would like to pierce the mask, if I may.
I would love for you to pierce the mask.
I'm
Please
real
roll with
fucking
mundane.
curious. I'm just gonna grab 2 random dice because I'm afraid. Where are my stats? Oh shit. That is double 6s for a 14. Damn.
Absolutely incredible. You have a bunch of questions that you
I
can ask
do.
me.
I
3, in
do.
fact.
Okay. How can I gain influence over Casey?
I think you realized that you were pretty close to it earlier. If you did anything to help Gray,
Okay.
you would get influence immediately. There would be no hesitation.
Okay. What are you really planning?
And that's an interesting one because you're studying Casey. You're trying to gauge, what could he be looking for? Like, is this something where he's planning on turning you in? Like, is he maybe about to go for an alarm switch that he knows about that you don't? There's nothing like this, but you do see him tensing his muscles. And I think you realize that he is gearing up to stop you.
Shit. Fuck. Fuck. How could I get you to be on my side?
I'm going to ask you to tell me in this case what being on your side would be. Like, do you want him as an ally or do you want him to back you up in doing whatever you're about to do?
I mean, Kian wants to push the big red button. I want to know what's behind the fucking bookshelf. Valen is a little bit more patient and more conniving than Kian is. I had mentioned to them that I have information. They don't know what I know. And Gray and Casey had said that might be something worth basically bartering with. I want Casey to not to trust me, but to be somebody that we can kind of use as an information chain. I want to know what Casey knows, and I want Casey to. Valen doesn't want to give up what he knows, but he wants there to be that kind of flow of information in general. So, like on my side, in that you understand that we're both here not because we want to be, and we both know something is fucked. So we're going to pass each other information, but what you do with that is on you, and I'm not going to help you pass that.
And I think honestly, in that moment, Valen, you realize that you've laid the groundwork for that with both that exchange earlier and the conversation that is happening now. And you realize, given that Casey is gearing up to stop you, that if you voluntarily choose to step away from this, he's likely going to be open to talking more. You've caught his interest, and that's why he's here right now.
This is a personal attack, JD. But sometimes to win in the long run, you have to fucking lose. I think that seeing Casey tense, Valen's an idiot. Valen kind of like gestures like they're gonna do something, and then really quick just puts their hands up. I don't get the sense he'd leave Gray's side if this wasn't important, so I'll back off. But I'm gonna find out what's behind that fucking bookshelf, one way or another. They've got bodies buried somewhere in this building. I'm gonna dig up every fucking skeleton that they're trying to hide.
And Casey gives you an approving smirk and says, "Good boy." And we're gonna go back to the hallway.
JD! Fuck you, JD!
This little freak.
Where the other three of you are dealing with a different sort of situation. We lost Elsie.
Lost Elsie.
So
I
You
just
just-
like, sorry.
So you're just out here choosing violence, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. All right. Cool.
Call him daddy.
Cool. All right. So, did any of the shadow feel tangible, or is it just like a semi-solid?
Semi-solid.
Okay. Okay. I'm wondering. Okay, because we've had Elle also go almost comatose, and there's a tiny thing hugging me. So if you'll allow, I think Connor would sort of come to afterwards and see that the shadow is still just like right up on us, but like not doing anything else. Hate that. Okay. I think Connor's still crying, but he's going to take both Scylla and Ellie and step back.
Do Elle and Scylla accept this?
Yeah. I do.
How close is the shadow?
Close.
Like biting distance close? Look, she's upset and she bites.
It's biting distance. Yep.
Great, that's all I needed to know for my dumb girl. Okay.
I'm going to have you roll to directly engage a threat, but I'm going to have Connor roll defend.
Okay.
Oh. Directly engage a threat. I swear I know what I'm doing.
It's danger.
Thank you.
And then
Thank
defend
God.
is savior.
Thank God I actually have that one. Let's go.
Danger.
Let's go.
Okay, that's fine. Ooh. That's a 10.
Oh yeah.
And Q, that was a 10 for you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Besties.
Interesting. So, what I'm going to say happens since you tied is that Scylla, you reach out. Well, reach out with your teeth. I guess that's a way to say it.
Scylla holding Connor just kind of still with like one arm, just seeing the moths shatter, just kind of whips her head around, looks at the darkness, says, "Stop being a dick to my friends!" and just opens her mouth. And her smile is always on the little, just the edge of too wide. She opens her mouth really wide and just chomps at the part of the darkness that's closest to her.
And so, Scylla, you go to do that, and you don't make contact because the darkness recoils. And it is just enough that Connor comes swooping in, grabs you, and then is dragging you and Elle back. And in that moment, things happen very, very fast. Because Connor, you are moving Elle and Scylla, I would imagine, towards the infirmary, like towards that hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like a basketball situation or like a football situation? You just got each under the arm. Yep.
And you are succeeding in that. Are you like backing away, or have you turned to run?
I think once Scylla goes to bite and I see that it recoils, I'm gonna take the opportunity to scoop and run.
And so you are running. And I do have to ask, do you look over your shoulder at any
No.
point?
No.
Okay. Had to ask, assumed you probably wouldn't, but needed to know. So you don't actually see exactly what happens behind you. You hear a lot of noise. You hear that whispering sound rising. And it's strange because it's still at the volume of a whisper, but it is like it is screaming. And you could almost swear you could make out voices within. Hundreds and hundreds of voices. Maybe like those in a lost set of several city blocks.
Wow.
Oh fuck! We're fucked. Oh no, Ellie!
Wow.
Almost
Whoa,
like that.
whoa, whoa!
Am I able to crane my neck and see what the fuck is going on behind?
If you would like,
Bendy.
you're very bendy.
I so bend. Yeah.
So yeah, you bend incredibly unnaturally, and you see the darkness going to turn the corner and follow you. And that's when you hear doors open and footsteps going across the tile floors. And I would imagine as Connor heads for the infirmary, trying to get to a place that you can actually secure, you'd only catch a glimpse of this, but you've seen enough on television to recognize the king, the queen, and Rook.
I have to leave.
Wait, they legit here? Is this not Shadow?
They are legit here, and you hear the sounds of fighting begin. As we're gonna go take a break.
Gee. The king is here?
The king is here.
Daddy's here?
Daddy's here.
That's here.
Dad's here. Mom's
here.
here. Elle's
Rick's-
boyfriend, question mark, is here.
He didn't visit. He doesn't count as a boyfriend.
That's why you put the
Don't.
question mark in there. You do boy question mark friend question mark.
No, there was only one question mark.
No, there's always two. There's always two. Q.
No,
It's
there was
always
definitely only one.
Doesn't matter. The answer was no to both.
wow.
We are all choosing violence tonight, so
Against me.
Let me bite.
don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Oh, you're right. Correct. We're just gonna go live.
Violence is
Nobody-
being chosen this Lent. Holy fuck.
Nobody
Listen,
tell Elsie
she'll
we're
be
back.
here when she's here.
Yeah,
Oh, poor BB.
obviously, because Rook's here. So
Exactly.
Perhaps.
And speaking of that, hi, welcome back,
Yay.
Elsie.
Hi,
Sure.
bestie.
I could hear all of that. I could hear Harp. I could hear you say, "Nobody tell Elsie."
It's conjecture.
Mm. Anyways, I hate JD so much I telepathically killed my internet. It's fine now.
just rage quit the internet.
Mhm.
We just thought you were on your way up here.
Yeah.
Wait, where are my keys?
My keys.
Hold up, I'm getting my
Going
keys.
insane.
They're probably where your heater is.
No, my keys are in my backpack. I haven't checked if the remote is in my backpack. Might be.
So the heater might be in your backpack.
No, the remote for the heater might be in my backpack.
You'll have to let us know after the stream if you solve this mystery.
I have
I will.
questions. I have questions.
I have
don't
an
need-
AC unit that is also a heater, and it is a remote control.
Okay,
Did you
no,
bring the
that
remote
part,
control
that part I
remote?
understand. Why is it in your backpack?
I have
Did you bring-
ADHD, Q.
Okay, so that just means that you're
Fair
gonna
and
put
valid.
the remote that I assume would stay at your house.
Well, sometimes it might fall off my bed into my open backpack. Weirder things have happened. I found my
Okay.
nail clippers in my laundry basket.
Man, I just leave things I need behind. So.
I have like the worst ADHD diagnosed ever to mankind.
Will says, "Calm down. You're peeking your mic."
It's really shady tonight. God damn.
I really don't know what I did to hurt anybody in my life.
I love you, Elsie.
No, fuck you, Kian.
I love
I
you.
love you, Elsie.
No, fuck you. Neither of you will tell me who was in the janitor's closet with
Being so
Valen.
nice. Valen wasn't in the janitor's closet with anybody, Elsie. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
It's a lie.
7 minutes, Evan. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I'm worried about a lot of things right now, actually.
That's probably valid.
That is probably valid because we are going to be picking up just about 2 hours later.
Squeezy.
And
The fuck?
you all need to calm down. It's fine. I promise it is fine.
Okay.
I was thinking about the order we're going to do this in, and I think it makes sense to go in order. I'm going to regret those words that I was about to say, so I'm not going to say them.
No. Share with the class, JD.
Yeah, no take backsies.
I was just going to say that we should go in order of position.
That is one way to do
Yeah,
it.
that is a way to do it.
Okay,
Listen, that is where we're at tonight.
I mean, you could be talking about ballet.
so you going bottom to top or top to bottom?
I mean, it's JD. I feel
Oh.
like
It's got to
Gonna
represent.
finish,
the
gonna
people.
finish that thought, Elsie.
Go ahead and share that with the class, Elsie.
I don't think I thought I didn't finish that thought in my head.
It's fine, because what is going to happen is going to make up for that. So it's
Will,
fine.
shut the fuck up in chat.
What the fuck is
Fuck
Will
you,
saying?
Will. Will said, that's weird. I don't see any tops. Fuck you, Will.
I hate this fucking family.
He ain't even on the screen. He just came here for murders. Okay.
I don't know how to control the session.
I'll be honest. I don't know if there's any control to be had, bud.
Mm-mm.
Well, you know, Q, you and Harp are actually the two most composed individuals here right now. And I think that's good because we're going to start with you.
Okay, great. Fantastic.
Because it is 2 hours after, and the unit is no longer on lockdown. The darkness has been contained. You don't know where. But the set is still here. And Connor, you are sitting at a table across from the king, the leader of the set. A man of about 40 years of age, dark hair, beautifully sculpted features, a well manicured beard. You've talked with him many times before. He's been very invested in your progress, which is interesting for a man who is as busy as he is. And he leans back in his chair, stretches his arms behind his head, and just asks, "So what happened?"
Um, I don't really know. Um, we were in group therapy. Um, Dr. Foxglove said he was going to go over to ISO. And then when we were on our way out, like I had to go get a new pencil because I broke mine. The alarms went off and they told us to go to our rooms. Started to, and then the doors locked like they do at night, so we can't leave. And so we went to the therapy room again. Uh, Apparently, there's a door there too. Well, I don't know if there's a door anymore. Mara shattered it. But a door came down and almost killed Ellie. I think it almost crushed her. Um, Gray, yeah, uh, got her. But then Casey and Gray were separated. I'm saying too much now, aren't I?
No, keep going.
Okay, sorry. So they were separated, the two of them. Well, Casey was really upset. Gray was unconscious. And then Mara bust down the door so we could get out because we were hearing lots of screams and it didn't feel like being in that one room was going to be good for us. So we got out into the hallway. And that's when the shadow thing was there. I had too many teeth.
What do you mean it had too many teeth?
The shadow, it had like 4 rows of teeth. Ellie tried to stand in the way to like protect me and Scylla. And so I picked her up and started to walk back. But then it lunged at us. And so I tried to punch it. Quick clarification. Have I been able to revert my hand back? Yeah, that's what I thought. Cool. When I punched it, it turned into this. I kind of
Connor, would it be all right if we took some scrapings?
yeah, sure. It's just flicks the chip off. Here you go. I don't really remember what happened. Sorry, we're back. I kind of lost a little bit, but then Scylla was hugging me, and then I think Ellie lost it for a second, which gave me enough time to focus and run to the med bay.
Connor, what made you lose focus?
I saw stuff in the shadows. Bad reminders.
You're muted, JD.
You're muted, JD.
Thank you. You can see that the king wants to ask some follow-up questions there, but he clearly thinks better of it and just nods and says, "It's been a long night, kid. I'll give you a call in a couple of days."
Okay. Do you think are we able to get out of here? I'll be good, I swear.
Connor, I'm kept up to date with your progress, and you've definitely made progress. What would let you know that you were ready to leave?
Um, I don't know.
Do you feel like it's safe for you to leave? Connor, the day you come to me and you say, "I'm ready to leave, and I feel like it's safe for me to leave," that's going to be your last day at Hemlock, okay?
Okay.
When you tell me that you're ready.
Okay.
Now, all of your rooms are unlocked, the unit's off lockdown. I'd suggest you get some rest.
Okay. I mean, I don't really sleep, but I'll try.
You don't need to sleep to get rest. If staying up and drawing is what you need right now, do that. I'll make sure you get an extra pencil in case one breaks.
Thanks. Thanks, King.
I'll let you know what we find out from the shard.
Okay. I can't change it back.
We're going to keep an eye on that. We'll probably understand more when we understand what changed.
Okay.
You're a good kid, Connor, and you did a really good job protecting the others tonight.
We helped each other.
Willingness to work as a team. It's a pretty good sign in terms of your recovery. Hey, I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
All right, go take that extra pencil and whatever resting is, go do that.
Okay. He's gonna get up and go.
And we're gonna pan away from Connor. We're going to briefly pan into one of the other rooms because there's a few rooms set up for intakes and things like that. And we're going to see the queen sitting there, poised as ever, dark hair tied back in a bun, dressed in street clothes. It does not seem like she expected to be here. In fact, it doesn't seem like any of the members of the set you've seen so far were prepared to be here. Just in a low-cut blouse, suspenders, and a black suit jacket. And she is sitting across from Casey and Gray, who are being allowed to sit in the same room together. They are not being kept apart. And just for a moment, we see the three of them talking. But only for a moment, because we move on to the next interview room, where Elle sits across from Rook, the third member of the set.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You are not sitting across the table from each other. You are sitting in a pair of chairs close enough that your legs aren't touching, but could if you wanted them to.
Yeah. There's restraint. Absolutely. Not because she doesn't want to, but because she is really embarrassed about this entire situation and doesn't feel like, I hate saying this, Elsie personally, but doesn't feel like she deserves it. Because she knows the exact conversation that's about to happen.
What does Elle think that conversation is going to be?
It is going to be very similar to the last conversation they had in a situation like this that runs far too many parallels in circumstances to each other. And it is going to follow the lines that she has to admit that she was not able to do anything again in a didn't have control over herself or her abilities, couldn't lead, couldn't help anyone except for Gray. I think that's the one thing that strays, is that she did help someone in this circumstance, and it wasn't just having to admit to the loss quarantine of multiple city blocks. And it doesn't feel good to basically have to have a conversation that she failed again in a very similar way, meaning she has no progress. Or she feels she's had no progress.
Rook looks at you for a very long moment, Elle. His eyes moving over your face, and there is a moment where it feels very assessing, and all of those fears you just described immediately come to the surface because you wonder what he's reading in you as he looks at you. And then you realize that it's with a look of concern. And he chuckles a bit and says, "This was not how I hoped we'd be seeing each other again."
Yeah, me neither.
Are you okay?
Physically, yes. I'm still kind of processing everything that just happened, so I'll update you on that later. But summary and on average, yes.
What happened here should not have happened, Elle, and I am sorry you were caught in the middle of it.
Um, what is it that happened? I don't know if any of us know what happened. We had finished group therapy, which went fine. There were like less blips than usual with Casey and Gray, and nobody actually like got into a fight. And then all of a sudden the alarms were going, and then the darkness and the screams and everything else I'm sure you've already been briefed on, but I don't know what happened. None of us do.
Our understanding, and I will admit we are still getting our own reports and notes together, is that something happened in isolation.
Okay. So they were detaining someone else in isolation and it got out of control. That's what my understanding is of isolation is it's patients who don't follow the rules, don't have control, can't be around in the general population of us. I have never been there, so I don't really know.
Your assessment is correct. It is for patients who are more volatile and need to be there for their own safety and the safety of others. It is not surprising that you have not been there. I would not expect you to need to be there.
There's like a visible relief, like, oh, okay. At least there's some like feeling that you're not totally incompetent. So this never mind. No, not involved. Wasn't us. Got it. How is everything out there? Outside.
Beyond Hemlock.
Yeah. I have a phone that I can call sometimes. I have a phone and I have 12 other people I can talk to. That's about it. So anything would be nice. Any bit of normal information.
Well, the goal is not to isolate you. The goal is to remove distractions so you can focus on yourself.
Right. It feels pretty isolated, but I guess I can see the method. So before all of this, it was fine and I was focusing on myself and I thought I was doing pretty well, but I guess I have a lot more work to do.
He reaches over and rests a hand against your cheek and just brushes his thumb against your skin. I've missed you.
Missed you too. A lot.
I think about you all the time. It's so hard not to call here every day, twice a day, more than that, just to hear your voice.
I get it. I do. I mean, it is a lot different than how it was when I wasn't here, but it's also not too different from when I wasn't here. You have like an actual job that you have to do, and I think about you all the time, every day, when I'm not, working on myself. But
And
it occupies a lot of my time.
it is the same as out there. I'm doing what I can to not have us distract each other.
Right. Exactly.
And his hand moves, his thumb now brushing against your lower lip. And he asks, "May I?"
Does this count? Yes.
What happens, Elsie? Tell us what happened.
This is the worst day of my life because I just need a second. Very sad. But I did so well, and that's all that matters.
I made Elsie lose Lent.
Wait, he's asking to kiss her, so that's a lie. If he kisses her, she's gonna kiss him back. So yeah, they kiss, and it is really cute. And Jesus on his birthday will forgive me.
You sure about that?
Yes.
Okay.
We already know we're in separate books. So this is my book. My book says
Okay.
Jesus on his second birthday will forgive me for kissing my boyfriend, ?
Sure does. Question mark. Sorry, you forgot another question mark.
Wait, why is there... All right, you know what? No. Let me kiss... I'm going to kiss Rook. I kiss
Smooch
Rook.
grails.
And so, Elle, you do indeed kiss Rook, and it is a beautiful moment. Don't say it's not. It is.
It's not.
Steph.
It's wonderful.
I don't trust this man one iota.
Look how much he's proud of me, though. He thinks about me all the time, Steph.
Does the visitor records show how much he thinks about you?
He's busy. We don't have
Where's
to
the
have
signature?
distractions.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
minutes?
sometimes you have to be, like, really, like, inconspicuous when you come for conjugal visits. You don't have to sign.
Jesus Christ.
Look, I lost Len. It doesn't matter now.
Fuck it, we ballin'.
Fuck it, we ballin'.
We're going to pan away from that and move to another interview as it is unfolding and as things get more and more unhinged. And in this room, we find Scylla, who is sitting across the table from Knight, who is visibly younger than the others, maybe 18 at most. And he sits there, unlike the king and the queen and Rook, all of whom carried some level of poise. There is this constant restless energy that you just see radiating off of them. And I don't think Scylla would care, so this is mainly something for the audience, but they've never been in a position to do an interview like this before. And he just says, "Okay, so we're here. What happened? Are you okay? You are okay. You seem okay. You have moths. Those are moths around you."
You just noticed?
No. I noticed
Oh,
when I
that's
came in.
good.
I've seen them before. It's fine. I haven't seen them around you before here now. So that's interesting.
Yeah, they're my new friends.
Where did they come from?
I don't know. They just appeared around me when the darkness was being threatening.
Noted. Okay, new friends.
It killed 2 of them, though. That was really sad. They were trying to help Connor.
When you say it killed them, what happened?
I asked them if they could help Connor and maybe fix his hand because he tried to protect us. He did protect us. He was very successful in protecting us. And he tried to punch the darkness and it made his hand obsidian and it hurt him because he was crying. And I was trying to hug him to make him feel better, but he was like shut down. So I thought if I could help fix his hand, that maybe would help a little bit. And two of my moths tried to fly over, but they just shattered into crystal, and it was really sad. And I got really angry.
Okay, yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry that happened.
It sucks a lot.
How are you holding up?
Uh, I'm worried about everyone. Because it was Mara's first day, and that was a terrible impression Hemlock made on her. You think the staff would have been more on top of their game, but what do I know? I'm just a patient. But I'm worried about Connor because he was really upset. I'm worried about Elk, and I don't know where Valent went, so I hope he's okay. And I think Connor and Casey will be okay because they're together. Um, and I hope Mara's okay. They seemed really, it was a lot for them. So I guess I'm not as bad as I could be, I guess, because I wasn't actually hurt physically, just emotionally. Where did it come from? Do you know? Did they tell you?
Okay, so first, I'm not a therapist, and you should listen to your therapist, but
I
I
do.
noticed that you just told me a whole lot of things about other people and things happening
Yes.
to them, and not a whole lot happening to you. But then you also told me that you were hurt emotionally. So I'm just, letting you know that I noticed that that's how you answered that question.
Yeah, that's what Dr. Oleander tells me a lot too. But I worry about my friends and Casey and Gray. I don't think we're on friend status yet, and that was their choice.
Also noted. Okay. You asked me what this thing is. I don't know much. I was more here for final containment type stuff. But it's fixed, so that's what
it-
matters.
It's dead?
It's contained.
Where?
I don't think I can tell you that.
Is it contained in Hemlock? Because that didn't work so well the first time, considering everything that happened.
I'm sure wherever it is secure and
As
safe.
long as it's not in Hemlock. Yeah, and then it should be secure.
We also wouldn't want it to get out into the world, but you're right, we don't want it to get out here again because that was bad.
Mm-hmm. It was really bad, really scary. Do you know it has 4 rows of teeth?
I did unfortunately know that. I've intentionally forgotten. Thank you for reminding me.
I'm sorry. I wish I could forget. But don't worry, its teeth are no match for my teeth. It's scared of my teeth. So I'll keep you safe. Since you're my friend.
He freezes for a moment at that, and it is very obvious because he's gone from this restless energy to sitting completely still.
I said you're my friend, so I'd protect you from its teeth. Don't you believe me?
No, I mean, yes, but what did you say before that?
I said it's afraid of my teeth. So its teeth must just be for show. I tried to bite it and it flinched. Superior teeth. Smiles just a little too wide because that's the way she smiles.
Scylla, has anything weird other than this been happening?
No. I mean, I get reoccurring nightmares sometimes, but I've talked about them with Dr. Oleander.
Okay, sure. Are those the same nightmares you've been having? Have they changed at all?
No, it's still the walking down a hallway. Have they changed since I've talked to him about that?
I don't think significantly.
Okay. No, still the same. Walking down some place in the dark with the moonlight, and it makes my skin look pretty where the blue patches are, and the darkness feels hungry, and then the moths are there, but they're trying to hide me. That's where they're the same moths. They're my friends. They keep me safe.
You pulled the moths out of your dream?
No, they just appeared. I don't know where they came from, but they're the ones, they look the same like the ones from my dream, and they were doing the same thing when the darkness was there. And the darkness in my dream did have teeth. I just didn't see them before. Isn't that a horrible thing to realize? How could you not notice teeth?
Yeah, thanks. I hate it.
I'm sorry.
No, you're telling me everything that you should be telling me. Thank you so much for that. Could I borrow one of those moths?
No,
Noted. Okay.
they're my friends. I have to protect them since the darkness hurt them. I'm sorry. You can look at them while you're here.
I'd like that. Yeah.
If you find the pieces of the ones that died, I guess you could have those if you treat them respectfully.
Absolutely. With the utmost respect if they're found.
Thank you.
Scylla, if anything else changes in the dream, something else showing up like the moths,
Mhm.
let me know.
I will, don't worry. You've always been very nice to me.
I have no idea what I'm doing, but I try.
That's okay, I don't either.
All
But-
right.
Will they let Onyx out of ISO now?
Maybe. I don't know.
But they should, because now they know there's an actual other dark thing here.
Unless that darkness came from Onyx.
No, it wasn't Onyx.
Another data point to add to my collection. I'll include that in my report.
It was a mimicry of Onyx. It wasn't Onyx.
What do you mean?
I thought it was Onyx initially when I saw it in the hallway because darkness, and that's Onyx's thing. But then I realized, oh, I was wrong. I think I said it was like someone took a picture of Onyx's reflection. That's what it looked like. That's why I initially thought it was Onyx, but it's not Onyx. So that means Onyx didn't kill anyone.
And you see Knight's eyes go completely white for a moment. And it's an instant. Then they snap back. And he is not still like they were before. It is now a very controlled tension. And he just nods and says, "Thanks, Scylla. I'll give you a call in a couple of days."
Will you? That'd be great.
Yeah,
I still remember
I
your
can do
number.
that.
I made sure to memorize it like I did with Sloane's and Luke's.
You can also give me a call, but I need to go.
Do you need a hug first? You look really stressed all of a sudden. And I did talk aloud about creepy dark things with teeth.
Sure, Scylla, I'll take a hug.
Yay! And she gives him a hug.
And they head out. And we pan over to Valen, who is sitting across from Bishop. There is a decided difference in the energy of this room because Bishop is sitting there very calmly, looks completely at ease,
Not trying to kiss me, I assume.
not trying to kiss you. You have a desk, but a whole like table between you.
Good, good. I am sitting on my bed, but jittery as all hell, like tapping, hands, patting my thighs. Well, can I help you? I can't imagine that you're here to actually, give me some fucking answers for once. So, what do you want from me?
She's sitting on the edge of your desk and just raises an eyebrow and asks, "Are you going to say it, or do you want me to say it?"
Have no idea what you're talking about, Bishop.
Your little foray into Dr. O's office.
I got lost and the door was unlocked, and figured while I was there, obviously there wasn't anything there to find. That place was a fucking, I don't know, furniture display or something.
A furniture display?
I mean, you saw it. I assume. No one's ever been in there before. Nobody here, at least. That's not an office that she uses. I don't know where she spends her time when she's not terrorizing us, but it's not there.
Is she terrorizing you?
I mean, I don't particularly enjoy her presence, but others might use a different word.
What words would they use?
Facilitating therapeutic conversations.
But for you, that's terrorizing.
I don't know why you're trying to piece it together, like you and I both don't already know that I shouldn't be here. So, of course, I took the chance to poke around in the good doctor's office. And of course, I found nothing because this place is fucking weird.
Bishop is quiet for a moment, and then she asks, "Is there anything you need to tell me, Valen?"
I mean, I assume that you watched from the security cameras that I went into the doctor's office, so you probably have all the answers you need.
I really don't, because the answers that I need are ones only you can tell me.
Valen, you can tell, is starting to panic because this is not a conversation that he wants to have, and he feels very out of control in this moment. What are you curious about? Why I could go through the door? Why I didn't touch the bookshelf? I want to know why the fuck Casey knew I shouldn't go through it.
I'd like us to back up to the door.
I couldn't tell you. I reached my hand out and it didn't stop me.
And Valen, you see Bishop, who has been clasping and unclasping her hands during this conversation, pause and touch one of the rings on their fingers. And you both feel and see your arms start to glow.
I stand up very quickly and put my back to a corner where there's as much space as possible between us. What the fuck is this?
You tell me.
I don't know. Turn it off. Turn it off, god damn it.
Balin, I will do that. I need you to stay calm.
Turn it off.
And she reaches for the ring. And you notice it's more of a struggle for them to stop whatever process has started than it was to start it. Because she is breathing hard by the time that energy fades back into your skin, and they look shaken by this. It is the first time you've ever seen them look that way.
Which ring is it? Out of curiosity, can I is there anything that makes it stand out from any other jewelry on their person?
Not intensely. All over her body, she has different stones, and you know that they contain energy that she will draw from. I will say that the ring in this stone is purple.
Okay. I don't know what it is. It's only come up once before. Really. When I was talking to the good doctor, of course. Nobody seems to want to give me any answers about it, so figured I'd try and go find them myself.
I mean, I think we all want to find answers on that, Valen. That's why you're here, because we don't know what's changed.
Yeah. And that's the difference, is that we all want answers, but I'm the only one whose life is affected by this. Don't frame it like my best interest is priority here. I know I'm a science experiment here. I don't know what the fuck I saw in that building. I don't know why I can't remember it, but this wasn't happening before I went in there.
That much we agree upon.
What else do you want from me?
I'd like for you to tell me if anything else changes.
if it benefits me to do so.
I can't argue with that, Valen, but I'd really like for there to come a day where you see that I'm not your enemy.
You know, uh, Mara seemed pretty shook up by all this. You should probably go check on her. She's, been here a little less time, less than a day. So she'll probably still be okay with all your bullshit. But
All right. I'm not going to overstay what has already been an overstayed welcome, Valen. You're right. You're the person whose life is being affected by this. And I would like things to get to a place where it's not.
I mean, like, take this away.
If that's what you want.
Bold to pretend I have a choice in the matter.
I'm gonna go check on Mara. I think Pon is with her right now.
Good luck. She's not very chatty. Can't wait till we get to catch up next time, Bishop. It's been a pleasure as always.
And as always, the pleasure is mine, Valen.
And when Bishop leaves, and does the door shut after? Do we get any privacy like that, or does the door stay open if we're by ourselves in our room?
Usually, when the door shuts, it is shutting for the night to secure you in. So it does not shut and give you that privacy.
I think Valen goes over to the desk and sinks to the ground and just feels absolutely defeated by this.
And Valen, as you're crouched there on the floor, you absolutely hate this, but a piece of paper falls down beside you. You recognize Casey's handwriting. And it just says, tomorrow, 11 o'clock, common area. And you would realize that Gray literally just like dashed in, dashed out to leave that for you.
I'm going to crumple the paper up and put it in my pocket.
And last but not least, we're going to go to Mara, who has had like the worst 24 to 48 hours imaginable. You are, for the second time in that period of time, sitting across from Pawn, and they are not quite as frantic as Knight or as poised as some of the older members of the set. They are definitely out of their depth here.
Thank you for giving me some time to rest.
Yeah, of course. It has been a day.
Yes. Sorry again for being so worked up the first time we met.
I mean, you don't have to apologize for that, Mara. A lot had just happened.
Sure, sure. I didn't understand your hesitation when we discussed this place first. I understand it now.
What do you understand?
Han, I don't think you are good at hiding this. You don't think the people here are very competent.
I think they leave a lot to be desired, yeah.
I've come to understand this myself. Yeah. Is there anything I need to know? Furthermore, I wasn't in a state to hear it or understand earlier. I am now.
I mean, I hate to say it, I think you've learned the big things. This place is
Understood.
dangerous. The people here are dangerous.
I think I fit in fine. The doctors aren't particularly keen on solving my problem the way I want them to solve my problem, are they?
How do you want to solve your problem?
I want to get rid of it. They mentioned when I came here that it would be a possibility. They didn't say anything committal one way or the other. I think I might need to give them a push.
Mara, I think that would be a dangerous idea.
A bad one. I'll tell you it's a dangerous idea. The dangerous idea is me doing nothing and continuing to be in here if something like that happens again. Am I wrong?
I think that depends on what you're the most afraid of happening.
Han, um I know about you, of course. A lot of people do, right?
Right.
You turned things around pretty well.
I did.
There are maybe 13 people here. I didn't get an exact count, but 13 people in the center, give or take a couple. How many of them do you think will make it?
Han is quiet for a very, very long moment. And you don't know exactly what they do, but you feel something in the air around the two of you shift. Almost like there's a ripple. And they lean in closer and lower their voice and say, I'm gonna guess not many. Because Hemlock helped me too. And Mara, when I said that the people here are dangerous, I wasn't talking about your fellow patients.
And I wasn't saying I'd fit in with them.
You don't fit in with the staff either.
After seeing what happened today, I guess I wouldn't want to. That being said, I think they'll find that they can't ignore me like the others. It's very clear that we disagree on no small number of things. I've met a lot of people today. You're the only person I trust. I'll be seeing you on the outside.
And Pawn looks at you and says, I'll be making sure you get there. And then quickly raises their hand, snaps their fingers, and that ripple you felt fades away just as the door opens and Bishop walks in.
Hi, sorry. I'm very exhausted from the day. I think I should probably go to my room. Is there anything you need from me, really?
And Pawn shakes his head. Bishop kind of looks you up and down, Mara, and says, no, I think you just need rest.
Understood. Thank you. And she's going to shuffle past the two of them on her way out.
And as we follow Mara down the hall, we see each of you either disappearing into your rooms or already in them. We see the doors shut and lock. And a peaceful night has finally come to Hemlock. And that is where we will end session 2 of They Call Us Villains.
But I need more.
Peaceful my ass.
The fuck?
I don't know. I think I'm pretty happy.
One peaceful time.
One person is happy going to sleep. It's me.
Oh yeah, because you fucked up Lent.
Yeah, I did, but it was
no
worth it.
hesitation. Just fuck
You
one.
really
It is the first time JD and I have ever had characters kiss, and nobody got sacrificed.
I was gonna say there have definitely been.
I was like,
Caveat.
no,
But you're right.
Wow,
You're right.
what the fuck?
The sacrifice is an important qualifier.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
It's like it always happens, and you said it in the description, and it didn't happen. I'm a little disappointed.
Oh, is that what the sacrifice was, JD? Lent?
Oh.
In the description?
The sacrifice was Lent.
A long con.
R.I.P.
Okay. Wow.
The long con.
I succeeded. I'm proud of myself. That's all
You
that
should be.
matters.
You should be.
All right, everyone. I'm going to have us go around, tell people why you're amazing, the things that you are doing, and we'll start with you, Harp.
Hi, Harp. I was Mara. I will be Mara, hopefully continually. You can find me at Twitter.com/harpingharping, find me YouTube.com/harpingharp, and Twitch.tv/harping. No harp on that one, sorry. Yeah, I do music, but you're gonna have to wait a little bit if you want me to make music for you. That's how that is. I make video essays. And I on Thursday I'm going to be running a game here on this channel, like literally 2 days from now. It's Project Greek Extraction. It's kind of hitting close to the climax, so you know, it's getting there. And then tomorrow, we're coming back with season 2 of Beacons of Farlight on High Shelf Collective. That's Beacon, the game Beacon. But yeah, if you follow me and subscribe to me, I'll eventually get released from my tiny computer prison.
Absolutely incredible. And also, you gave me a perfect transition over to Kian, who informed me that they already have a backup character made. So, we're talking about how you will be Mara on an ongoing basis. We have Kian doubting that he will be Valen on an ongoing basis.
It's true. It's true. I didn't think Valen was going to see it past tonight, honestly. Hello, everybody. My name is Kian. My pronouns are they, he. You can find me on the interwebs at uptight_chiffon, uptight-chiffon. I will be hanging out. Harp, we get to hang out for 3 days in a row. I will be on High Shelf Collective for Beacons of Farlight. What?
I didn't realize that rules.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk shit, so I appreciate that, Harp. I was going to talk shit, so I will.
I talked shit in my
it's okay.
head. I said, I'm so sorry,
You can
Harp.
still do that if
No,
you'd
it's
like.
okay. I'm not going to do it. Tomorrow I'll be on High Shelf Collective for Beacons of Farlight, the return for Arc 2, playing my little buddy Akonis, who is turning into a tree. On Thursday, I will be here for Project Greek Extraction, our Cypher heist game, where I play somebody who takes memories from people and puts them into other people. On Friday, I will be here for Thirsty Sword Lesbians, Lust and Dust, Tales from the Thirsty Waste, run by Tay at Potato. On Saturday, we have Fabula Ultima over on Lost Caravan. I'm there every other Saturday playing my little lad who has a boyfriend who's a dragon and a girlfriend who's a demon that lives in his head. And it's phenomenal. I love them. What else am I doing? Next Wednesday is episode 2 of the Return of Nova over on Lost Caravan. It's a time, man. It's just trauma after trauma. We're really fucked in that game, but it's a really good time. So happy to be back with that phenomenal cast. Definitely come hang out. I've got a couple other projects coming up down the line that I can't yet talk about. So definitely follow me on social media. That is where you will hear about it first. That's me.
All right, Q. Up next. Breaking My Heart.
You're welcome. Hi, I'm Q. You can find me pretty much everywhere on the internet. It's at Midnight Inc. It's Midnight_INQ. Q is my name. I'm sure you get it. Pia. The big one's done. So Body and Soul is we had the finale this last Saturday, but you can still catch the VOD on Chaotic Wholesome Presents on their YouTube and on their Twitch. This Thursday, is it redacted? It is redacted this Thursday.
Sure is.
Hell yeah. So redacted this Thursday, where I get to play a monster, and some other people as well. This Sunday, I am going to be over on RPGs Uncovered, where we are also doing a Lancer game called Starcrier. It is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be gunslinging. We're doing lots of cowboys in space. I say that to say starting in April. Yes. Over on the Live from the Apocalypse, I'm going to be with Will in the Nephilim game, Tenebrae. Will, bro, chill. Chill out. Hey, yo. I'll also
I'm
be
gonna fight you. Well, that was uncalled for. I know where you live.
just catching strays. All right. I will also be over on Live from the Apocalypse, continuing my guest role for Class Reunion, which is very cool and very fun. I don't know if I have anything like else really like out and about. So just kind of look on my X or my Blue Sky if I ever remember to post there. Probably not. I forget regularly.
Valid. Yeah, you have a lot going on. I should have been counting as you listed all of those games.
Too late. Oh, Season of Secrets and Shadows. That's coming up soon.
It is, and we are going to have a special treat, probably dropping on YouTube Live. We've been debating how we want to premiere it, but we will have a little a moose boosh before we start the season.
Very excited about it.
And Steph, you are up next.
Oh boy. Hi, I'm Steph. I was Scylla. She's doing great. She's just more worried about her friends. It's fine. Nothing to be concerned about. But she does have the superior teeth, as we've confirmed. You can find me over on Thursday at Live from the Apocalypse in Redacted with so many ghosts. I don't have all my ghosts yet. There's still one in the wind, so we'll see when they pop up. You can also catch me in a season of Secrets and Shadows when that comes back, because Rhiannon is just having a great normal relationship with no concerns at all going on in there because her boyfriend is totally not lying to her anymore. Isn't that wonderful?
That was so unconvincing that I wasn't sure you were done. I thought you might have something to add.
I thought there was going to be more. I
Raph
truly
knows what
did.
they're doing. Raph knows what they're doing. It's fine.
Incredible.
It's going to be a great time.
And LC, you are up next.
Okay, hi, I'm LC. I'm Optimistics on all social media. And today I was Ellie. And I lost Lent. But as I have been saying, it was in the most beautiful way possible and the only way that I could absolutely see it poetically happening on the last stream that I have during Lent. So I got to kiss my boyfriend. Where can you find me? Let's see. What day is it? The 19th. Next week, I will be on High Shelf Collective presenting X Character Did Nothing Wrong on Off the Shelfie, where I take all of these characters that I love in pop culture and I present why they did nothing wrong. But you can't argue with me until the end. Number one rule. Second, it is a satire. Please do not argue with me as if I am being serious. I am not. I know they did awful things wrong. I know Dio Brando is awful, but I'm still going to defend him. That's all I'm saying. Then after that, I am in a Lancer game on the 29th over on The Lost Caravan, where I am playing yet another member of my main character, Min's old team from her prior Flash Clone. Her original person who she was Flash cloned after, who is absolutely batshit crazy. And I love her, and she is very cute and very adorable and will murder you in cold blood. But that's neither here nor there. We don't talk about Harrison Armory, and we don't talk about SecCom. She's not a part of either of those. I don't know what you're talking about. And then
you were certain that you would not kiss anyone as this character.
That's on the 29th?
And Easter's on the 31st.
No, Lent ends on Good Friday. I Googled it. To be sure. I did 9 years of Catholic school. I did hard time.
Can confirm it end on Good Friday.
You know what? Catholic school failed me in so many ways.
But
Congratulations.
it benefited you in others. Anyways, I'm not going to go into that right now. I'm really sorry. It was very stressful for me tonight. I don't really know. I think that's it. Except for if you like back to back watching me do this and absolutely destroy myself by giving the GM all the tools they need to absolutely massacre me. Back to back, every alternating Monday and Tuesday, I'm either on the Lost Caravan for Lancer or here for Masks. And that's it for me.
Incredible and iconic. No notes, Elsie.
Thank you.
And I am JD. I am either running this game, I am running Redacted, I am running a season of Secrets and Shadows, or I am playing in a bunch of games where Will relentlessly bullies me for the most part, like Class Reunion and Academy H, our Masks game and podcast. And I feel like there's others, but somehow I think those are the only two he's bullying me in currently, which is strange to say. I can also be found in Never Ember's Enigma, where I am making all of my own problems happen by dating too many people and developing a polycule so we can commit a heist. And then, of course, as Kian mentioned, I can be found in Nova every other Wednesday over with the Lost Caravan. I can also be found on alternating Saturdays with Exquisite Corpse Presents. And I think that's everything I'm doing, though I am convinced I'm forgetting so many things, but that's probably because they're like Q.
Kingdom Come. That Kingdom Come.
Thank you. Yes.
You're welcome.
I am forgetting that Kingdom Come. So yes, our dystopian theocracy game where I lean into the religious trauma that Elsie just referenced. That comes back on the 25th. And
With-
so if you want to see me be a sad saint who is actually a revenant, do that. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a traumatizing time. It's going to be wonderful. And then I have some stuff coming up that I can't talk about yet, but I will get to announce soon that I am very excited for.
There's
That
lots of
may count as religious trauma, question mark. We'll figure that out.
Okay.
If you're
Oh.
involved, JD, I think it always counts as religious trauma.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm filled with demons, and it's fine.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Casual.
Yeah, that tracks.
Filled
That's
with
right.
demons in the sexy and
Okay,
not sexy
Exorcist
way,
3.
as we
Yes,
established.
we established.
One more thing, because I'm bad at all of this. I'm bad at my job, truly. We still got, some parts of the month. Tales from the Table Studios is doing a month of Tales. Supporting Palestine. So come watch us. We got a lot of stuff. We're also always happy to have, more faces if you want to jump in on a game. That's it.
Absolutely.
much.
No, thank you for remembering that, Q, and putting in the plug for that. And I think with that, we are going to raid. So do not go anywhere. We are going to move to the ending screen. I'm going to have us raid Lost Caravan.
Before you do
Cute.
that, let me run through really quick what is going to be happening
Yes.
here on Entropy.
Thank you for that. I always forget. I always mean for you to go last, Kian, and then I forget that.
It's fine. It is all good. So as was already discussed, tomorrow evening we are off here because some of us will be over on Beacons, High Shelf Collective. Thursday, we've got Project Reach Extraction, our Cypher heist game. Friday, Tales from the Thirsty Wastes, Lust and Dust. That is our Mad Max inspired Thirsty Sword Lesbians game. Saturday, I think that we are off this Saturday. Next Monday, we're going to be having our Minecraft Taskmaster. 8-ish. I think we added a couple people, but a couple of players will get together. We have little assignments like spying on each other. And over the time, eventually we'll be able to kill each other. And only one person gets to come out alive at the very end. So looking forward to that. And then, of course, every other Tuesday, we are here. We've got 2 casting calls open. One of them is going to be for D&D 5e. One of them is going to be for Girl by Moonlight. So go check out social media. You can see where those are posted. Both of those are open for 1 more week. So definitely get your applications in. But yes, that is it. I will hand it back to JD while I queue us up for a raid.
I was getting distracted with explaining to Will that my handle has in fact changed, but I can change it back.
Wow, Will thinks that he's a real friend and he didn't even notice that. What the fuck, Will?
Yeah, geez. How long have I been
That's
Bone
just
Magic
how
Boy instead of Religious Trauma Twink? Like,
That's
how do
just
you
how
miss
strong
that?
the brand is, JD.
Why can't you be Bone Twink Boy?
Because listen how that came off. Listen how that sounded. Listen how that sounded.
I
It
said
wasn't
what I
good.
said, and
It
I'm
was
not
bad.
taking it back. Q,
mean,
I said what
obviously.
I said.
Cool. I mean, you were
Twink
wrong
boy.
for it, but sure.
I may say things that I don't think about before they come out of my mouth, but I will say them with confidence, and I will
Sure.
not take them back.
I did hear that you say you are confident that you're an idiot. So yeah, no, that's right.
I don't take it back. I said what I said.
Hey, look, 10 toes in that. I get it.
I also have 10 fingers, so 20 digits.
Oh,
I
so you
love that
can
we
count.
are that we are counting body parts.
I
Um,
have to reclaim my dignity,
Okay,
which I also don't have any of.
gotcha. Okay, so you're looking
I
at.
was going to
two
say, and that's
people.
how you chose to do that.
Right. You go, I also have 10 fingers.
We're so proud of you, Elsie. We're so proud of you.
I'm going to take us to the ending screen. This has been a wild night, everyone. Have a good night. Join us for the raid. We'll be causing chaos everywhere, apparently.